AlIstair, we're standing trackside in Atletico Madrid's Metropolitano Stadium. It's empty just now, 24 hours time. It's going to be packed full of supporters. How much are you looking forward to stepping out on that pitch?
Oh, it looks unbelievable. First of all, the pitch, the stadium, state of the art. It just definitely gets you excited to play a match. There's no doubt about that. And again, it's an unbelievable opportunity for us. We know that this is a team that we played against not too long ago, and we had a good result at home. But at the same time, we feel like we left a little bit out there, left a little to be desired. So this is a real chance to go out there and get a result against one of the top teams in Europe in their own place. We know it's not going to be easy. I mean, you look around, it's going to be 70,000 going crazy for Atletico, so we know it's going to be difficult, but at the same time, we're mentally prepared. It's going to be a great challenge, and again, these are the nights you live for, so no, we're excited.
You mentioned that game at Celtic Park, and we saw, particularly in the first half, how good this Celtic team can be. You said it, against one of Europe's top teams.
Yeah, no, we showed that we could play with anyone. Again, some of the goals that we scored, the free-flowing football, I think it's something that not just Celtic supporters, but supporters kind of around Europe and just around the world that, follow the Champions League have have really seen and admired the way that we play the game. So that's something that we want to continue to show, but at the same time is that we're in the business to win. We want to progress out of this group. And again, that's a goal for us, is to be playing in Europe after Christmas time. So in order to do that, we need to pick up points. And that's what the Champions League is all about. It's about getting points against really big teams, and you got to go into difficult places and get it done. So it's a good chance for us. Again, an unbelievable atmosphere it's going to be, an unbelievable setup, and again, an unbelievable opportunity. It's not going to be easy, but at the same time, that's what the Champions League is all about.
And I suppose that's why you join a club like Celtic, to play in these venues. I mean, this hosted a Champions League final not too long ago, and when you look at Atletico Madrid's side, you're playing against World Cup winners. You're testing yourself against the very best.
Mm-hmm. No, it's a huge draw for coming to play for Celtic, and you can ask any single one of the players that have signed for Celtic over the past decades, is that the draw to come and play in the Champions League, to compete against the best players in the world is a massive draw. It's, at the end of the day, we're all professionals. We all are super competitive, and that's something that's embedded in all of us, and we all want to compete and see who can be the best. So at the end of the day, that's what it's about. It's about competing against the best and seeing where you fit in. So again, you're exactly right. There's some unbelievable players in this team. Their squad is littered with Champions League winners, World Cup winners. Just the trophy case that some of these players have is unbelievable. But at the same time, that doesn't really strike fear into us. It gives us motivation to go out there and show that we belong. And again, I think we did show that at Celtic Park in the third match day. But at the same time, now we need to go out there and find a way to dig in on their home ground and find a way to come out with 3 points.
I suppose what's been really encouraging with each game, the performances have got better and better, and we maybe don't have the points that I think our performances deserve.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a tough pill to swallow when you look at the table and you see that just the number of points that we have compared to some of the performance we've put in. And again, I see the effort that's going on the pitch. You can see even after the games just the amount the guys have put into it mentally and physically, the output that we're getting out of the GPS data, and just everything is monumental. So it is frustrating that sometimes you're coming out of these games with nothing, or with just a draw, for example. But at the same time, again, that's the Champions League. These teams are so lethal, they're so clinical, that half chances aren't half chances. You look at that second goal for Madrid in the last match, for example, that diving header from Muratov, an unbelievable cross from Llorente. It seemed to come from nothing, but it's just little things like that where these teams are so good, and that's what the level is in the Champions League. And again, that's where we want to get to, and that's where we want to be, is that we want to be not only competing in these games, but also winning these matches. So it comes down to being ruthless in both boxes, I think. So again, that's something that we're kind of looking to take that next step up in our game. I think the overall performances have been there, but we've just been lacking a little bit of clinicalness in the final third and in the defensive third in those moments. So again, if we kind of tighten that up, I think that there's definitely points here for us to take. So it's just a matter of doing that.
Now, whenever you step onto that pitch, there's always a chance to create history. Mm-hmm. Tomorrow night, you and your teammates could be the first Celtic team to win a competitive game in Spain. The 7th of November, it's an appropriate date as well, because we beat Barcelona back in 2012, we beat Lazio in Rome. A chance for tomorrow night?
Yeah, look, I mean, the stars are aligning, it kind of sounds like when you say that, but again, we're not going to put too much pressure on ourselves with the history of it, but it would be special to come here, to get a result in a team like this. His backyard would be really special. And yeah, when you say that date, does resonate. You know, there's some big matches that have been played on this date in Celtic history. So at the same time, we would love to add to that, continue, you know, that special date going forward. So yeah, we'll see tomorrow night. Again, I just know that everyone's going to leave it all out there, and that's all you can really ask for from this group. And it's a really big, high character group where these kind of challenges no one really shies away from, and I think that's important, especially when you kind of go into these matches as the underdog. So again, it's been excitement in this change room. There's no fear, and for me, that's what you look for when you go into a big match like this. So again, I'm excited as well. I think it'll be a good match, and you know, hopefully we can make it another memorable night on November the 7th.